Artful Agenda is the only digital planner that I approve and recommend. And today I'm going to tell you exactly why. Before we jump in and I kind of give you a little demo here and tell you why I recommend it, I think it's important to level set. What do I mean when I say a digital planner? There are actually two types of digital planners out there, and Artful Agenda lives in a camp that very, very few compete in. Now, the first type of digital planner that you will see people advertise and sell is essentially an editable PDF that you can download to a tablet, a phone. You can interact with your, tablet pencil. I'm holding up an Apple Pencil here. It is not software, meaning you can write on it just as if it were a piece of paper, but they don't sync with your traditional Google Calendar, iCal, or Outlook. All right, that is not what Artful Agenda is. Artful Agenda is true software. And this means that it actually syncs with, you can put any and all out there. It can sync with Google Calendar, it can sync with iCal, and it can also sync with Outlook/Microsoft. All right, so that alone sets it in its own field. Now, you can still use your Apple Pencil with it. So where the real magic happens with Artful Agenda is it feels just like you're using a paper planner. If you love traditional paper planners, but it harnesses the power of technology. Now, why should you care to listen about my recommendation and why I'm so passionate about sharing this? Well, my name is Megan Summerall, and I'm actually a time management and planning expert for women. I am the CEO and founder of the Pink Bee, and I am the developer of the TOP framework and the TOP program. TOP stands for Time Management, Organization, and Productivity. The TOP program is the #1 time management system for women. And when women join the TOP program and they tell me, Megan, I want to be fully digital, but I love the feel of a paper planner, I tell them Artful Agenda is absolutely going to be your solution. So let's dive in and take a look around. And I want to show you some key differentiators that make Artful Agenda absolutely incredible. Now, this video is not a comprehensive tutorial of Artful Agenda. And one of the reasons why I love to recommend them, they have incredible tutorials, in-app help, an entire community on Facebook for Artful Agenda users. You can contact tech support. They will onboard you and guide you every step of the way, getting Artful Agenda up and running. Instead, what I want to highlight here with you today are some key features. One in particular, you aren't going to believe it when you see it, that makes it, in my opinion, even more powerful than your traditional Google Calendar, iCal, or Outlook. All right. Plus, they are constantly rolling out new fun features. So there is no way that I could cover everything here in this video. We would be updating it all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you and show you a few key things that I love about Artful Agenda. Now, it's important to note, you can download the app on your mobile device. You can download the app right here on any tablet that you have, right? You're looking at mine. And you can also use it right on your computer desktop. And because it is cloud-based software, they're going to stay in sync all the time. All right. So truly, you will have the power of your planner at your fingertips, no matter where you are. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with you, and you're going to see what it looks like on the desktop, but it essentially looks the exact same and acts the same, whether you're using a tablet or your mobile device. So let's go ahead and pull this up. You might be thinking, well, this looks a little bit funny. What you're seeing here is one of the first things that I wanted to highlight for you, which is this. You can actually pick the cover of what you want your planner to look like. And as you can see here, they have a ton of different options. They're always rolling out different ones. You all know I love the color pink, so I'm currently using their Think Pink, but you could even come in and change it seasonally, right? So you could pick one for Valentine's Day or Christmas, so on and so forth. You also get to come in and pick the handwriting that you want to have on here because again, it is true software. So you can really customize it to make it look a way that is really, really pleasing for you, which is one of the reasons, again, why I love this. Now, I'm also going to show you over here under calendar settings. It says manage calendars and sync calendars. All right. So this is when you're first getting started, where you will actually go and sync it up with whatever current Google, Microsoft, Apple account that you have that you are going to want to sync information with. Now, this is really important, and I'll bring it up again later. When you make the decision to use Artful Agenda, the intent is that this becomes your sole scheduling and planning solution. The intent is not that you do some stuff, let's say you're syncing it with Gmail. You're not like going in and working directly in the Google Calendar and then coming back to Artful Agenda. And I'm going to show you why in just a few minutes because it will actually start to mess with some of your color coding. So if you're making the commitment to go with Artful Agenda, there is no reason why you should be popping in and out between your Google Calendar and Artful Agenda. Now, you will notice when I came up here and said manage and sync calendars, any calendars that you subscribe to, et cetera, are all going to show up here, and you can click which ones you want to have synced to and show up in your Artful Agenda view. Artful Agenda supports a monthly view, a weekly view, and a daily view. And I'm going to show you each one of these. And when I really zero in on your monthly and weekly views, what I'm going to show you is one of the key reasons why I absolutely recommend this is going to blow your mind because it's not something you can do with typical calendaring software. So let's go ahead and take a look. And you're seeing here, I have a month at a view. Now, when I teach monthly planning, I have always tell people, if you're using Google Calendar, you're going to need to do your monthly planning in a paper planner. And the reason is exactly what you're seeing here. You see all this information up here at the top part of this view, right? And if I pop over here to a previous month, let me do that. This is really, really hard to read, right? There's tons of information here. I would not easily be able to look for the high level stuff that belongs on a monthly view. Now, I teach my monthly planning process inside the top program. And I'm always saying the stuff that lives in the details of your weekly plan, all of it should not roll up to the monthly view because monthly planning is really to help you see where is my focus going to be? What are the big ticket items that I need to remember? There is a ton of information that goes on my Google Calendar that really doesn't support me at that month at a view. So Artful Agenda has come up with one of the best solutions for this. So I'm going to go ahead back up here and I'm going to zero in. So if you look at this day right here, you'll see there's only two things on this day. And on this day, there's only one thing. This is reminding me that there's a bonus event happening on this Monday. And then I'm reminding myself that there are violin lessons that I need to drive my child to on these other 2 days. However, I'm going to click on this day right here that shows these two things, and I want you to see what happens. When I click in on this day, look at how much information is on my calendar for that day, right? It was a lot more than what you saw at this monthly view. Well, here is why that happens. I'm going to just click on a random appointment, and here inside of Artful Agenda, you have the ability to come down to any appointment you have and decide, do you want to display this on the monthly view, the weekly view, or the daily view, or all three? So by default, they're always going to have all three. But maybe this is something I don't want to have on my month at a view. I block off time for school pickup every day. I don't need that on every single square of the month. So now when I hit save, because I created it as a recurring appointment and I removed it from the monthly view, you now see it's no longer showing on that day. This is, to me, one of the most powerful features in Artful Agenda. It is a true piece of calendar software that lets you do meaningful monthly planning instead of just rolling up all the information and making that monthly grid absolutely overwhelming, right? So I cannot highlight this enough. When this feature rolled out, I was like, this is it. They have completely nailed it. Now let's take just a quick look at the other two views here in the calendar itself. So this is the monthly view. I can come in and switch to a weekly view. And again, you'll see now I'm looking at 1 week at a time. There are settings where you can choose if you want a Monday or a Sunday start, which is fantastic. And then you can zero in on an actual day, right? So you can get all the details of just a day, a week, or a month. I personally am not going to spend really any time demoing the daily view. I teach that planning, the magic of planning, happens at the weekly and monthly level. I don't believe in daily list making sessions. Again, I teach weekly and monthly planning mastery inside of the top program. But I am going to kind of show you the daily view here because I want to show you another thing that you can customize that impacts your weekly planning, which is really, really awesome. So here we're looking at a particular day. All right. Now, just like with all of your traditional calendar software apps, you can come in and you can change the color of any appointment that you have on your calendar. And you can also set up colors for the different calendars that you are choosing to sync. And you'll see I put this on February 13th. I put it on purple here. When I come up and look at my week at a view, you'll see it's showing purple there as well. So that the color rolls around everywhere. Now, if you look over here at the right-hand side, you'll see there's tasks, what I'm thankful for, meals, intention for the day. Now, this is not what your Artful Agenda is going to look like the minute you install it. You'll notice when I hover over tasks, you'll see this little pencil pop up. Well, you can name this whatever you want. So I'm going to go ahead and add in tasks for Megan. Same with what am I thankful for today? Meaning you can decide what you want to use this space for. Meals is over here as well. So I'm going to put meals. Yum. I'm going to change that to just have yum. And then intention for the day. This is another space. I'm going to edit this and just put parentheses Megan because I want you to see where this information goes. So a lot of this just lives right here on your daily view. But again, if I come up here to the week, you'll notice down here at the bottom, tasks for Megan show up. And then I put that meals yum. You'll see that down at the bottom, right? So you can choose to use this space however you want. And if you don't want to use it, just collapse it, and then you'll have more view on your calendar. All right. Now, I do want to take a minute and talk about tasks. I'm going to come back over here to my day. And if I come in for tasks for Megan, and maybe there's a day here where I need to write newsletter, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's going to be a laundry day. And I want to remind myself, these are 2 tasks that I need to do. One of the settings that you can set up here in Artful Agenda, you'll notice I can make this recurring. I can also add a little bit more specificity about when this task needs to happen. And then I can choose to turn on a setting. Let me come over here to my week at a view. So you'll see it showing up down here, where if I don't check this off by the time this date hits, it will automatically move it to the next day for you. Again, those are just options that you can set up in Artful Agenda. You can also make it that if you check one off, it moves all of the ones that you've checked to the bottom of your task list. All right, so I just wanted to show, and this really aligns with the paper planner that I developed and sell, the top planner. So again, you can, if you are a top program student, you can set up Artful Agenda to work 100% using my planning framework. So again, this is why I love to highlight it. Then up here at the top is going to be your all-day recurring appointments. That's just kind of a brief, viewing of the calendar aspecting of it, the monthly view, the weekly view, and you can zero in and do that daily view customization. Now, there's 2 other really fun things with this that I want to make sure that I point out. Again, one in particular becomes in very handy if you are using the top framework. So you'll notice over here, there's 2 tabs on the list on the left. One says lists, one says stickers. So if I come up here into lists, I can create multiple lists here. All right, right now I have what I'm calling my weekly checklist and my monthly checklist. If you're a top program student, you know exactly what this means. But you could create a grocery list in here, right? You can add as many lists as you want and then toggle between them. So I can come in here, again, if you're a top program student, you know that our weekly planning and our monthly planning checklists are key inputs to those two planning processes. So you could store them right here inside of Artful Agenda, which is fantastic. Now let's go ahead and look at this other tab here, stickers. Friends, this is where if you love the feel of a paper planner and you really like to personalize and make things look pretty, I still use stickers inside of my paper planner. You're going to love this. So if you look over here, let me come back over to this particular day. Let's see, where was I before? I can see I have an appointment. I have to get some new photos done for the business. Well, I can come in here to stickers and I can see this cute camera sticker and I can click and drag and add stickers to my calendar. They have so many different sticker packs here. And if you are, someone that does design work yourself, they have the ability with Artful Agenda for you to upload your own sticker packs as well. This is why I am obsessed with Artful Agenda. If you are someone that really likes your planner to look pretty, you want to have complete control over what shows on your weekly view versus your monthly view, and you like to add some personalization, this is the only solution that's going to do that for you. Now, do you have to use stickers and color coding and all of that? Of course not. That's the beauty of it. You can decide. Maybe you like to put stickers on your weekly view, but not on your monthly view. You will be able to control all of this. I always love logging into their open Facebook community because people will share pictures after they've done their monthly planning of what their month looks like for the next month after they've put all their information in there and done, pretty colors and stickers. And it makes it a tool that you will actually enjoy coming back to for your planning, unlike just, working in your plain old Google Calendar. Now, when I do planner reviews, traditionally, I'll always kind of say, here are the things I love, and here may be some things that you may not love about it. I really don't have any reason to tell someone not to use Artful Agenda. However, there is one key thing, I mentioned it earlier, that I would point out again. The intent is that you're not moving back and forth between some days working in your Google Calendar. I'll just use Google Calendar, interchange, iCal, Outlook, and then coming back into Artful Agenda. Because when you are inside of Artful Agenda, like right here, you remember I went and changed this to purple. That lives in Artful Agenda. If I were to go log into my, Google Calendar, it's not going to change it purple over there. The first time you're using Artful Agenda, when I created my account and I synced it up with my Google Calendar, I had color coding in Google. It's not going to bring all those same colors over for you. So you need to kind of pick, all right, I'm now staying in Artful Agenda, set up your color coding in there. And there really is no need for you to go back into your Google Calendar again. Just recognize that once you set up all your color coding the way you want it and you are deciding what shows on weekly view or monthly view, that lives inside of Artful Agenda. If I remove something to be displayed from my monthly view in my Artful Agenda calendar, Google does not have that same functionality. Right. So again, I'm fine with this because once you get Artful Agenda up and running, there really isn't the need for you to actually be working inside your Google Calendar from that point forward. Best thing about Artful Agenda is you actually get to test it out with a free trial before you're committed. And friends, the price point is a complete and total steal. At the time I'm recording this video, the Artful Agenda software is yours for the entire year. Whenever you join, you get 12 months for only $39.99 US. That's it. That's cheaper than most paper planners. And friends, this is true software that is backed and supported by an awesome, awesome team. Now, if you want to check it out, here's what you're going to do. You're going to head over to artfulagenda.com/harmony. All right, then they will know that I sent you over there and that you've been watching this video. They know I am one of their biggest fans. And if you're already using Artful Agenda, I would love for you to share here in the comments below what is your favorite feature, because you might be able to teach one of our other Artful Agenda fans here something that they may not realize. And we don't want anyone to miss out on all of the awesomeness. So happy planning.